Um, I think there's a picture. In fact, I know there is a picture of him on the website in my old shop. Actually, that was 701 7th Avenue. That was when we had the guitar lab. Charlie DeBoo, me and Charlie DeBoo had that little shop. That's where that picture was taken. And Chuck came in, and he was looking to try to get something different. I put a Diamond guitar pickup in his Fender Precision. I think it was up close to the fingerboard. I'll have to look at that picture again. I forget. But I know he put it. I'm pretty sure it's up on the front, up by the fingerboard. And it had a unique character to it, you know. Chuck loved it. He used that in combination with his Fender Precision pickup. He says, yeah, a lot of people wonder where he got some of his stuff. That might have been it. I don't know. I know he used that bass on a lot of recordings, man, with that pickup on it, you know. And this is not the same Diamond pickup. This is a different one, but it's the same carry. It's still a guitar pickup. And these guys here, both Joe and Pete, they heard it. They said, "Wow, that thing's really cool." And it's a nice, clean sound. It's a single coil, so it hums a little bit, but that's single coil. That's what they do, you know. Anyway, I asked Joe to maybe play a little bit for you. And this pickup here too, the front pickup. I think I talked about this one before, but just a little recap. When I first started making basses, I was looking for a pickup that could be like my own pickup, so to speak, you know. And all that was available at that time were Gibsons and Fenders, and that's about it, as far as I knew. And I was at this distributor one day, my friend Harold Freeman. He owned Ardsley Music. He had a little studio in the same building where Dan Armstrong used to be, up on 48th Street. And Harold was a great musician. That guy actually played clarinet under Toscanini. Okay? In the New York Philharmonic. And then later on with Leonard Bernstein. You know. But Harold, when I met him, he was a distributor, strings and reeds and whatever. And I was in there one day and I saw this pickup, not this particular one, but one like it. It was laying on the floor wrapped in a box of some kind. I said, "What is that, Harold?" He says, "Oh, I don't know what that is." And I picked it up and looked at it. There was no name on it. I said, "Where did you get it?" And so I go to those shows all the time, the NAMM shows and stuff. He said, probably some distributor gave it to me. And then he started thinking about it. He says, "It might be a shallow pickup car. I think it's a shallow." I thought they just made tuning machines. He says, "Oh no, they're big. They made pickups long before they made." Anyways, you can have it if you want. He gave me that pickup, and I put it in one of the first basses, and I was, wow, and ended up in it's in my very first bass. Yeah. I tried different things. I taped pickups on that very first bass just to see. Even a Diamond guitar pickup, but when I found that pickup, I installed it right there. I figured that's the one. He gave me the number for Schaller. And just to tell you people how easy it was to deal with people in those days, I called that number, and this guy answered the phone, and I told him who I was, and he said, yeah, this is Helmut Schaller. I said, "You're Helmut Schaller?" He said, "You answered, Joe, that's great. You know." He said, "What can I do for you?" And I said, "Well, I have this pickup here." I described it, the black, 8 sets of screws and so forth. He said, "Oh, yeah, I think you're talking about the 404. I said, "There's no number on it. There's not even your name." I says, "Can I get some of those?" He says, "Oh, sure, no problem." And how much are they? I think they're like $7. Next couple of weeks later, I don't know how many I ordered. a dozen, whatever. They showed up in my shop. No customs, no. They didn't have to go down to do anything. They just, there they were. And a lot of things were different in those days like that. You could just, now you got to go through all kinds of stuff just to sneeze. You want to sneeze? Oh, yeah, you can't do that here. No. You have a permit? A sneezing permit. Anyway, like a $7 pickup, and I think, and they gave me a couple of these just to try, and I think I ended up getting a couple. They might have been $10 or something. But again, this is a passive circuit, just 2 volumes and a tone and an on-off switch. And then on the back, on the other side of the switch, I put another capacitor to kind of drop the highs and drop the volume and the highs a little bit. But just, Joe will play for it, but I just want you to hear this. This is the front pickup by itself. With the tone down. With the tone up and that switch on. And with the switch on and the tone down. That's a lot to get out of one pickup, I think, especially for a passive circuit. And then the back pickup by itself. The 2 of them together. That's pretty cool, You can get a lot of stuff out of this. That's really, it's microphonic too. Yeah. This one is too a little bit. Anyway, maybe Joe can play a little bit for you. I'll quit gabbing. So there you go. You got a 1977 Carl Thompson and a 1978. Both with that particular kind of neck construction.